Hello, happy Christmas, Christmas Eve, I guess I'm trying to say. Hey, Elliot, you want to say hi to everybody? Hi, this is Tarot Pop, Elliot, the Iggy, and he's been climbing into my soul today. Yes, with all the excitement, he can feel that energy. So, what do you think? Should we pull some cards? You want to pull some? Oh, I'm knocking them all down. Or to do this with you, wearing you as a necklace. Let's pull some cards. You gonna help? Oh, you're gonna lick the cards. Let's see. All right, pick one, buddy. Elliot, do you want to pick a card? Pick a card. No. It's camera shy. So, thank you for being here. I know it's a crazy time of year for many, but you know what? Off you go, buddy. We say that, and we really have to be careful what we say. And it's easy to just put these things, just kind of slough them off and say, oh, it's a busy time of year, and it's a stressful time of year, and I can't wait till this year is over. And I mean, we need to just stop and think about what we're saying. Like, we're rushing through things. We feel that the year was so horrible that we just can't wait to start a new one. And well, we all know how that went. 2019 to 2020. And yeah, I think every year has the capability of sucking and being bad. But we have to give ourselves a little bit of grace and a little bit of appreciation. So instead of going on autopilot with the words that come out of our mouths, maybe we think a little bit, have that little filter. We can think it, and then maybe we filter things down so that it comes out in a more positive way. To me, that is a great way to honor the year, especially for people who might have had struggles and strife and things happen. But at the same time, good things also happened in between. So sometimes it takes a little more effort to look for the good, but honor the not so good. But I always like to end on a positive. I don't like to think, well, nothing bad happened. It's just that I like to think more of, yes, there were some challenges, and I recognize that. And now let's bring on the good. Let's bring on the thinking about all the good things that happen. So let's pull a card about that. So we have the Six of Wands. Celebrate. Celebrate what the best part of this year brought to you. I think that is such a great way to end the year. Instead of ending, so funny, on the bottom of the deck is the Death card. Instead of ending the year, let's see. Hi, Raf. Good to see you. We want to end the year like, oh, thank God that's over. But we don't know what other door we're opening. And I'm not trying to be negative, but we also have to just put the energy into it. Maybe the year doesn't start so good because we're in that vibration of, oh my goodness, this year's over. Can't wait to flip my calendar. That is like a sedimentary energy with lots of yuck, as opposed to being more optimistic, and not in the way, oh, I hope this is going to be better than last year. Like, we really have to rethink the words that come out of our mouth, because not only is the thought a vibration, but the words are a vibration. You can actually see them on a sound wave. So it's so important to be mindful of the thoughts that we think. Let's pull another card. We have the Ace of Wands. When we think with focus, it's so much easier to take action. And for me, wands are definitely cards of action. They're also they can pertain to like your career and things you do in the world. Like you think of wands or sticks or whatever you want to call them as tools. And when you can really focus on the biggest tools, the biggest takeaways that you've gotten from this 2024 year that can help you propel even further into the momentum of the year you're meant to have for 2025. And that's why for the end of the year, I really, really want to take stock of things, like journal, write things down. And if I'm going to write negative things down, I don't like to put them in my journal where I'm going to come across it in the future. I write them on a separate piece of paper. I'll honor it. And then I will, burn it at the full moon or new moon or something. Hi, Susan. Nice to see you. Happy holidays. Raphael says, I want to end the year peacefully so I can have a peaceful year ahead. Yes, exactly. Exactly. I mean, that's the way we want to do it. So we need to get out of autopilot. I did the same thing. Oh, thinking that the year's almost over. Yeah, well, and then you just kind of stop and you think about it. So anyone here who's live, Susan, Raphael, would you like a card pulled? Let me know. I'm going to switch decks now to my Lightseer Tarot because I love the energy of this deck and I choose to bring in good energy for the year. This next 2 weeks is always a little lull in the regular schedule of activity. So I love it because it kind of shakes things up a little bit for the end of the year. And then we can start fresh in January with the things you want to do. And I'm speaking specifically of the lives that I do, like Monday's Tarot After Dark at 7 p.m. Pacific, the magical call that Raphael and I do on Wednesdays at 5. Like we just started that, but obviously we're not going to do it on Christmas Day and New Year's Day. So we'll be starting the week after that. So Raphael would like a card. Let's see. Do you have a specific question in mind? If so, just think about it. And let's see what the cards reveal. Okay. Oh, sliding all over the place. So the first one that came up is the Four of Pentacles. And it feels like you really are building that solid foundation that you need in your home, in your everyday life. And it feels like continuing with what you're doing, making your soaps and the energetic products that you do, because I think that's really going to start bringing in some financial stability for you. Like, don't just think it's just a Christmas thing. Like, it's moving way, way beyond that. Okay, Susan, I see you. Great. Thank you. I will definitely pull a card for you. And then a couple other ones slid out. I didn't flip them over until now. So I feel that it flying cards, that the message does pertain to what I already said about the Four of Pentacles. And the first one I want to address is this Five of Wands, which can sometimes feel like there's conflicting energy, there's competition, there's going in a whole bunch of different directions. But the goal is you want to make it to the thing that really lights you up. So all of it is a strengthening of what you need to move forward, right? And with that, you just keep doing things in your own way. Just keep the enthusiasm of what you love doing. And if the enthusiasm isn't there, then you're not meant to do it right now. It doesn't mean it'll never be there. It just means just not right now. It's kind of like when you get a cold and you want to do things and you can't because you got a cold. It's just saying that's okay. We're gathering up the energy. So when you're feeling good, everything is just going to run super smoothly. So reading between the lines there. All right. I know, right? Nope, not really. Well, I don't remember what the conversation was. So I hope it's a confirmation. All right. So, Susan, let's pull a card for you. Usually for Tarot After Dark, I get people to pull clarifiers and stuff, but I know it's kind of crazy, good time of socializing, and hopefully people are just having a good time. So if you watch it as a replay, pull your own clarifying cards. Wow, Susan, you get 4 cards. Let's start with, we have another 4. It's all about balance and stability. So you have the 4 of Wands. So this is the perfect time of year, of the week, of the month, to celebrate, to be around people who you enjoy celebrating with. And maybe there's a specific celebration other than, the Christmas holidays. Maybe there's some extra good news that's coming your way, or someone in your family, and this is something that really allows you to kind of let loose, let your hair down, kind of thing. And then we have the Judgment, 8 of Cups, and the Wheel. So it feels like you've been doing a lot of inner work. So good for you, Susan. Letting go of things is a lot easier than it was when you first started on that personal development path, I'm getting. So this is, to me, is a confirmation that you are a lot lighter than you've been in years, and really take a step back and recognize that. Recognize the inner work that you've been doing. And I mean, that deserves some celebration too. I'm flipping the cards everywhere. All right. And 8 of Cups, yes, walking toward the next amazing thing that's coming in your life. So 8 of Cups can sometimes be seen as needing to fulfill an emotion that you haven't found yet. So you kind of leave everything behind to go search for it. But I feel for you, this is like honoring everything you've gone through, everything you've witnessed other people go through, and you can honor that and move into the future searching for even better things. How can it get even better than this? And then the Wheel of Fortune, which I love this card so much. It reminds us there is balance. It reminds us that the wheel is always turning, and you can choose to be in the center hub where there's less movement. There's still movement, but you're not being jostled around. Or you can be on the outside of the wheel where you're just kind of, whoa, whoa, whoa. Sometimes life is like that, and that's all part of it. Life isn't meant to be a straight road. It's meant to have a lot of curves in it. And just trust that if you've been doing really well and all of a sudden it feels like something trips up, it all balances out. Send yourself back into that celebratory energy. That is where you can really shift the vibration and change from any stagnant energy to uplifting you a little bit more. So I hope that is a good message for you. Raphael liked her message. Good. I'm glad. So I'm going to pull more for the collective here. For those of you who are watching this as the replay, let me know if this resonates. Let's see what we have. Fell on the floor. I'll be right back. Hello. We have the 8 of Pentacles. So what I pick up collectively is keep doing what you're doing. Don't stop, even though you might want to be doing other things. Keep the, keep the enthusiasm in the things you're already doing, even if it feels like boredom, even if it's like, oh, I could do this with my eyes closed. Do it with your eyes closed. Open your heart. Love what you're doing anyways, even if there's something you've been doing over and over and over again. There's magic in repetitiveness is the message that's coming to me right now. So you will know in that moment where you're like, oh, here we go again, over and over, whatever. Remember this message for that time and go, oh, there is magic in the repetitiveness. Let me have integrity in doing this for the 100 millionth time as I did the first time I did it. And I think it really kind of helps to shift your energy. I'm going to take that message for myself as well. Can I bookmark this somewhere? Oh, you're welcome. Yes, Merry Christmas to you too. Love it. So I'm going to pull one more for the collective, and then we're going to just keep it super short and sweet, like me. Let's see what comes. All right, choices, choices, and more choices. So we have the Seven of Cups. Cups represent your emotions. It represents intuition. And with the Seven of Cups, it's reminding you, if you are feeling a little overwhelmed by too many different things you have to focus on, center yourself, ground your energy, stop, take a deep breath, and trust yourself. Say into yourself, I'm going to use my magical intuition to figure out what the answer is. And I don't know if you're like me, but if there's a lot going on, I can't think. I can't. Everything gets scattered. I'm one of these people who, if there's a lot of traffic and stuff going on, I have to turn the radio down so I can see better. You know what I mean? So sometimes turning the radio down is just you just disassociating whatever's happening for a moment. Take a deep breath. And if you're not driving and needing to pay attention, close your eyes for a second and just come back into your body. And tell yourself a message that you always know what to do. You always have the right answer. You always pick the right thing. Start encouraging yourself a little bit more. We're so quick to judge ourselves, sometimes just for fun. Oh yeah, I have a memory like a sieve, and saying these things that we say over and over. And it's kind of takes me to when I was saying at the very beginning of this call was be mindful of the words that we use and the words that we whisper into our heads to ourselves. It's okay to be nice to yourself. It's okay to think nice thoughts to yourself. If it ever felt like, when you're younger and you're told, oh, don't brag, right? Don't show off more than other people. Well, you can think these things of yourself. You don't have to say them out loud if you don't want to, but bolster yourself up. Nobody else is going to do it as well as you can. And nobody else is going to tear yourself down as well as you can either. So you might as well work on the building yourself up part. And I just looked down, and I don't know if I either didn't shuffle this back in or it came out again. But this Knight of Wands is saying, yeah, be enthusiastic. She's not caring what anyone thinks. She is beating that drum till it's burning the top. So she's just trusting her own instincts and being drawn to the horse that's here. The thought just plopped out of my head. What was I going to say there? But what about the horse? Almost like a wild stallion in the fact that they just do things instinctually. Off they go. They're not afraid to be themselves. And I feel like this is really good. If you're worried about being too much for other people, that's their problem, not your problem. It's going to feel weird at first. It's like wearing an ugly Christmas sweater. You're like, I don't know about this. I'm a little self-conscious. But over time, you kind of forget you're wearing that sweater. Well, same thing with the thoughts you think about yourself. You can think, I'm pretty freaking amazing. Despite what this year held for me, I'm here and I'm feeling optimistic about the future. So there you have it. So that's it. I see a few other people who just popped on. If you would like a card pull, let me know right now while I'm still here live. Otherwise, I have lasagna sitting cooling on the stove that I would love to go eat my dinner. But I'll pull in a couple extra cards if you want. Let me know. What is your word for 2025, or what you want to accomplish? Pop it in the chat, declare it, put it out there, write it on your journal, write it on your mirror with one of those wipe off pens. I do that a lot. I'll write things on the mirror and then I kind of forget and I go in and I look, I'm like, oh, who wrote on my mirror? Oh, what? Oh, tell me more. Yeah, think about what is your word, or what is the energy you want to embody in 2025. That's something to think about. I'm not even sure about mine either. I think I need to journal on it a little bit. And this is where you could pull cards, tarot or oracle cards, and just kind of think about what is the magic that you know you can bring into the world for 2025. That's another question. All right. Well, that's it. Thank you so much. I wish everybody happy holidays, Merry Christmas, and I will see you next week just before the end of the year for Tarot After Dark on Monday. So take care, and thanks for being here live, Raf and Susan, and anyone who watched as the replay, let me know. Thank you for being here. Peace.